Every legend has a price paid in blood, sacrifice, and at times in forgetting. For Theseus, the great unifier, hero of Athens, the road to an immortal name would pass through the darkness of labyrinths and the hearts of monsters, leading him to glory and to a throne he won justly, only to have it torn from him by ingratitude. This is the saga of a man born of the union between mortal royalty and divine power, a hero destined to build a city's future and to face his tragic fate. In the marble halls of the Athenian palace, where the Attic sun bathed everything in gold, Aegeus reigned. His city flourished, the markets swarmed with life, and the olive trees prospered under the watchful eye of the goddess Athena. Yet a shadow stretched across the king's heart. Though Aegeus had taken several wives over the years, he had no heir. Each sunrise brought the same anguish, worry for the future of his throne, and the deep desire for a son to call his own. Consumed by his affliction, Aegeus decided that earthly solutions were exhausted. It was time to seek counsel at the navel of the world, the Oracle of Delphi. Upon reaching Apollo's sanctuary, nestled on the slope of Mount Parnassus, he entered the sacred temple where incense smoke curled upward. There before the Pythia, Aegeus laid out his question. "What must I do, O great Apollo, so that my blood continues to rule Athens?" The Pythia, shrouded in vapors, delivered a riddle. "Do not loosen the prominent mouth of the wineskin, O great leader of the people, before you have reached the summit of Athens." To Aegeus, the oracle had spoken in riddles. Disillusioned, he began his journey home, stopping in the kingdom of Trozen, where his wise friend King Pythias reigned. Pythias, whose keen mind unraveled the riddle at once, realized the prophecy meant the first woman Aegeus slept with would conceive a great hero. Seeing a golden opportunity, Pythias arranged a sumptuous banquet. As the night wore on, the king of Athens was overcome by wine. Then Pythias presented him with his daughter, the princess Aethra. Intoxicated by alcohol and inflamed with lust at the sight of such beauty, Aegeus forgot his anguish and surrendered himself to the passion of the moment. That very fated night, while Aegeus slept, Aethra was visited in her dreams by the goddess Athena. The goddess instructed her to go to the shore and perform a rite of offering to the gods. Obeying the divine order, Aethra walked under the moonlight to the coast. She stepped into the salt water and poured her libation. To her surprise, the waters began to stir. From the depths emerged a majestic figure, Poseidon, lord of the seas.
The goddess spoke to the princess, instructing her to go to the shore and perform a rite of offering to the gods. Obeying the divine order, Ara rose and walked under the moonlight to the coast. The sand was cold beneath her feet. She stepped into the salt water, and there she poured her libation.
From the depths emerged a majestic figure, Poseidon, lord of the seas.
Poseidon approached, his presence radiating primordial power. He gently placed his hand upon the princess's belly, and his voice resounded like distant thunder over the sea. "The child growing within you will attain glories to rival those of the greatest sons of Zeus. His name will be sung for generations." In that moment, beneath the stars, the god joined with the princess. Thus, fate was sealed. The son to be born from Aethra's womb would be a fusion of mortal and divine, heir to Aegeus' throne, and bearer of Poseidon's indomitable strength. The next morning, sunlight found Aegeus sober, but with new hope. Aethra told him of the divine blessing, prudently omitting the details of Poseidon. Aegeus was heartened, yet his joy was quickly tempered by fear. In Athens, his nephews, the Palantids, coveted his throne and would eliminate any heir. Moved by prudence, Aegeus led Aethra to a secluded place where there lay a colossal stone. "If our union produces a boy," he said, "you must reveal to no one the identity of his father. Raise him here in Trozen in safety. When he has the age and strength to move this stone, and only then, you must send him to me in Athens." With tremendous effort, he heaved up the heavy rock and placed two objects in the hollow beneath, his royal sandals and his bronze sword. Months later, a boy of remarkable beauty and vigor was born. Aethra named him Theseus. He was raised under the tutelage of his wise grandfather, who taught him the arts of war, philosophy, and governance. One day when Theseus was still a boy, the great Hercules visited the palace. In the great hall, Hercules had tossed his famous mantle, the skin of the Nemean lion, over a chair. To the other children, the sight of that head with bared fangs was terrifying, and they fled screaming. But Theseus felt no fear. In his eyes, it was a threat to his home. With a boldness that shocked everyone, he snatched a sword from a guard and charged at the beast. Seeing this, Hercules let out a laugh that made the hall tremble. Placing a heavy hand on the boy's head, he declared, "With a heart like this, Pythias' grandson is destined to have his name engraved among the stars."
On hearing of
From
his
that day
famous
on,
cousin's
friendship
arrival,
and mutual respect
little
between the
Theseus
future
and
heroes
his
took
friends
root.
ran to
The years
catch a
passed,
glimpse of the
and
hero.
Theseus became a youth of unmatched strength and resolve. Upon turning 16, he felt the moment he had awaited all his life had arrived. He went to the great stone that had marked his childhood with a quiet mystery.
With bared fangs and glassy eyes was that of a real, terrifying beast.
But Theseus felt no fear. In his eyes, it was a threat to his home.
With a boldness that shocked everyone, he snatched a sword, and with a child's war cry, charged and struck at the beast.
Seeing this, Hercules let out a laugh that made the beams of the hall tremble. In the boy, he saw not naive, but a spark of the heroic fire he himself possessed. With a heart like this, Pythias' grandson is destined to have his name engraved among the stars. From that day on, the years passed, and Theseus became a youth of unmatched strength and resolve. Upon turning 16, he felt the moment he had awaited all his life had arrived. He went to the great stone that had marked his childhood with a quiet mystery. Before his mother, he took his stance. Flexed muscles forged
Before his
by
mother,
years of
Theseus took his
training.
stance. Flexed muscles forged by years of training, and grasped the rock with a grunt of effort that echoed across the fields. He lifted the stone, revealing the sword and sandals lying hidden, untouched by time. He put on the sandals, which fit perfectly, and took up the sword, feeling the weapon's balance as an extension of his own arm. Turning to his mother, eyes shining with purpose, he declared, "Mother, the time has come. I will depart for Athens and for my destiny." His grandfather Pythias, proud yet concerned, offered him a swift, safe ship to carry him by sea to the port of Piraeus. The sea route was easy, comfortable, and without risk. But Theseus firmly refused the offer. His gaze turned to the winding road leading north, a route rife with bandits, monsters, and dangers known as the Isthmian Road. "What honor would there be," Theseus asked, "in arriving at my father's house as a precious cargo by ship, with no dust on my sandals or blood on my blade? No, grandfather. I will forge my reputation along the way. I will reach Athens not as a lost prince, but as a new hero for those lands." For Theseus understood that a hero is not defined by his lineage alone, but by his deeds. He knew that to claim his birthright and the respect of the Athenians, he had to prove himself worthy of the blood of kings and gods flowing in his veins. And so, spurning the safety of the sea, Theseus sheathed his father's sword, bid farewell to his family, and took the perilous road by land, striding firmly to meet his fate. The legend had begun.
Or blood on my blade? No, grandfather. I will forge my reputation along the way. I will reach Athens not as a lost prince, but as a new hero for those lands. And so, spurning the safety of the sea, Theseus sheathed his father's sword. And so, he bid farewell to his family and took the perilous road by land. Striding firmly to meet his fate. He knew the path ahead was perilous, a darkness waiting to consume him.